a shoe? What if I want to be a purse? You know, or a hat? No, I don't want you to buy me a hat. I'm saying that I am a hat. It's a metaphor, Daddy.
You can see where he'd have trouble.
I'm having a little trouble too, because for as much of a powerhouse as Friends would become, the pilot is pretty messy. My name's Ren, and this is the pilot checklist.
Check.
And while it is nice to know that a pilot doesn't have to be perfect for a show to succeed, what is it exactly that goes wrong in this first episode?
It doesn't take long to see that this show is trying to do too much. Right from the cold open, what's normally used for a single funny scene that sets the tone of the episode, there are multiple time cuts to shoehorn in a barrage of different jokes from different characters.
Come on, you're single. Have some hormones.
See, but I don't want to be single, okay? I just want to be married again.
And I just want $1 million.
That joke worked, but there's a lot that don't. There are multiple moments where a character asks if they're doing something out loud.
Oh, was I doing it again?
Yes.
There's a literal spit take. There's the idea that a young Courtney Cox is undateable.
Come on. You're going out with the guy. There's got to be something wrong with him.
Which, man, I'm as happy as anyone to suspend my disbelief for a sitcom, but that's a bridge too far. Though maybe it's because she puts her feet on a public coffee table? No. Just hell no. And then there's whatever this
You know
is.
how long it's been since I've grabbed a spoon? Do the words, Billy, don't be a hero, mean anything to you?
No, the words Billy don't be a hero do not mean anything to me. So I looked it up, and I'm not sure how much it would mean to the average viewer when this pilot aired in 1994, because it's about a song that reached #1 on the Billboard charts 20 years earlier. Although, Entertainment Weekly highlighted that as the best line of the show, so take everything I have to say with a grain of salt. All that said, obviously the pilot is not all bad. There are clear through lines that drive the show. Ross and Rachel's romance.
Well, I was kind of supposed to be headed for Aruba on my honeymoon, so nothing.
Right, you're not even getting your honeymoon. God.
Monica's search for love.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
And the friends' general support for one another.
Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it.
Which brings us to the two things I focus on most when analyzing a pilot: setting and character. And there's something a little different happening here. Because while there are 6 diverse characters, in personality, obviously not in race, there's no conflict between them. The one possible moment when Rachel invites herself to live with Monica, whom she hadn't invited to her wedding, is quickly accepted and the group moves on. And that conflict is usually a helpful shorthand to highlight personalities when you don't have a lot of time. The uptight person of manners is going to clash with a vulgar commoner, and as viewers we better understand who both are. But the absence of this is actually important. It sets the tone for what the show is going to be about. A group of friends struggling together as the real world bears down on them.
The characters have their spaces of refuge. The coffee shop and Monica's apartment.
I just went to your building and you weren't there, and then this guy with a big hammer said that you might be here, and you are.
Can I get you some coffee?
Decaf.
While the cold open cuts are awkward, it does help to establish that this is a space the group spends a lot of time in. Which, man, what a nostalgic 90s dream. And Rachel getting a job at the coffee shop further anchors us to this space, as does her forcing her residence on Monica. With these hubs established, we'll have all of Manhattan, maybe more, to explore and find new characters. Like when we pop into Monica's work.
You know, Paul?
Paul the wine guy? Oh, yeah, I know Paul.
I mean, it is a lot. The truth is, in a show that's supposed to be a true ensemble, it's really hard to cram in development for 6 characters in 24 minutes. Might have been easier if we lost one or two.
Push her down the stairs. Push her down the stairs.
And so, when we're introduced to our new friends, it doesn't always land. Joey is a ladies' man with some killer cowboy boots and little else.
Joey, stop hitting on her. It's her wedding day.
What? Like there's a rule or something?
Monica gets as much screen time as anyone, but I don't really know what to think about her. She takes flack for being naive enough not to see through Paul's line, but she's not sheltered like Rachel. She's just kinda there. And the callback scene where she stomps on Paul's watch is just too forced to make us feel much about the character.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Regardless, I think there is solid characterization for some of them. Ross as the woe-begone, forever romantic feels real and right for more story moving forward.
Welcome back to the world. Grab a spoon.
I honestly don't know if I'm hungry or horny.
And stay out of my freezer.
Phoebe's the woo-woo weirdo that'll inject chaos with her quirkiness.
Don't just leave my aura alone, okay?
Chandler is the quippy, sardonic friend that's equally as likely to mock his friends as himself.
If I don't input those numbers, doesn't make much of a difference.
And best of all is Rachel. There are really nice moments that show just how entitled she is. This is a woman who's so spoiled that she doesn't even see the help, including Ross.
Anyway, I just had to get out of there, and I started wondering, why am I doing this, and who am I doing this for? So anyway, I just didn't know where to go, and I know that you and I have kind of drifted apart, but you're the only person I knew who lived here in the city.
Who wasn't invited to the wedding?
Oh, I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be an issue.
So while she doesn't notice him in this moment, is it telling that she did recall his crush all those years ago? As much as the pilot makes it painfully clear that Ross and Rachel's romance will be a through line for the foreseeable future, the show is about the group's journey together. As such, more than a simple storyline, I think Paul is a metaphor. He is this picture-perfect ideal of adulthood. Clean, beautiful, put together to the point that even his flaws are endearing. But, as we know, and Monica finds out, this is a ruse. So maybe it makes sense that the plot is a little messy. Because isn't that what it's like to grow up?
Watch the Friends pilot and tell me what you think. But honestly, it's hard for me to see a predestined powerhouse. I do like the premise, even if the stakes are pretty low, and the setting will provide ample opportunities for new characters, even if some of the spaces are a little insular. But that just puts a lot of weight on the characters. And after one episode, half of them don't feel fully formed. So I'm not bought in just yet. There are funny jokes, and there's clearly a ton of potential. But overall, the Friends pilot felt pretty lost. Now obviously, it went on to find its footing and tremendous success. So if you're feeling lost, or like the world is bearing down on you, keep putting yourself out there. You might find your own version of success too. This has been another episode of the Pilot's Checklist, where we break down your favorite TV show's first episode. If you made it this far, maybe you want to like and subscribe. And tell me what you want to watch next. Bon voyage.
Hey, what's with you?
I just grabbed a spoon.